Alright, welcome back to Isekai Quartet, Anime Review, episode number 5. We are here reviewing the 27th episode of the show, Working Together, Morning Glories. We start off with, get this, Katsuma, Tanya, and Demiurge discussing the ending of the last episode. The mysterious person caused the explosion. Not Megumin. Yeah. Surprisingly, Megumi is in the episode, but she's holding a different cat in the episode. She's holding Puck. I'll get back to that. So, they're tasked by, Roswell, the girl of Morning Glories, basically flowers. Of course, Albedo wants to go there for Ein, so, trolling. Haven't done this in season 1. So, the first team, the one team is comprised of, I think it was Aurora. No. I think it was Aurora. Subaru. Beatrice. Chomosuke was sitting on Subaru's hip for some weird reason. Yes, I remember there was another team. I think it was Mare, Garfield. I remember one. I think one included Rem, which I think was Rem. I think it was Rem. I think it was. One included Darkness. Kokodas was actually part of what's up with Subaru. The last team was Ainz, Sheltier, Tanya, Aqua thinks she was the leader of the song, she wasn't. And then they're interrupted by Shadow. Yes. This is the first time they actually meet the guy. I mean, just the last episode, we got a chance to meet his supporting characters. Now we meet now we have the cast meeting him. Where he says his usual quotes from his own show. And then he just disappears. And debates later on. And then Subaru and Ainz basically get the little Lionel is yeah, you do suspect about him the same thing I do. It's yep. They suspect he was also a reincarnation / isekai. He's also from Japan as well. They suspect that, but they have to confront him about it. Also, surprisingly, his girl's not in the episode, which I found that interesting. Oh, Otto was not here, obviously. So it's just basically of the Tanya cast. You have Tanya, Vel. I think a couple of people from a couple of the guys from her battalion. Mobile Lord, it was Ainz, Albedo, Demiurge, Shaltair, who has been absent the last couple episodes. And that was it for... Oh, and Kaikotis, obviously. For Konosuba, it's pretty much the main 4, and Chomosuke. Okay. In the case of ReZero was Subaru, Beatrice... Rem, Amelia, Rem was on the episode. Excuse me. I almost forgot the 2 Elf ones were here too. So, I'd say in the case of Overlord of the main cast, I'd say just about almost all of them were here except for the Battlemates. I would say Battlemates were the only people not here. For ReZero, I'd say most of the main cast except for Rem, she was not here. For Konosuba, all 4 main characters were here, which is something. Of course, Roswell, obviously, but also I did see something that episode 5 of the season, which is also I kid you not, it is the 30, I think it's the 30th episode of the season, I think it is. No, it's actually 29th episode of the series. The Spear Hero joins the cast. Oh boy, I would not be surprised if people from the other cast call him someone who basically is obsessed with a child, or at least whatever nigga connotation conversation related to him. I'm hoping that he gets punched. Well, also here's something really weird though. No Rise Your Hero cast this episode. Nope. Yeah. The three stars of that show, they're not in the episode, which I found that to be interesting, given the 3 main stars were in the last episode, but not this episode for some reason. Not really sure why, but that's kind of how it is. Yeah. So it's like we have basically just our 4 primary ones, original ones from the first season of the show. At least Tanya was kind of in the episode more than just a small cameo. But still, she's doing practically nothing. Like, if you want to think of any characters or anything except aside from Shadow himself, I would say it was probably Mare. Yeah, he did something. Aqua basically is our over-top self with Albedo. Ainz still gets stuff to do, but it's like, yeah, Tiny's in the episode, but she's like there for like 2 scenes. Do I think that the cast is getting crowded? At this point, no. We're technically trying to balance off about 6 different shows in this one. Though Cautious Hero, the 2 stars of that show, decided to go over the portal and disappear. My guess is because, and this is probably not Crunchyroll's doing. This is probably the studio behind the show. They probably have no plans for they probably have nothing for the cast of Cautious Hero. Yeah, they have nothing for these 2 at all. And it's weird though that this is the Cautious Hero is the only show that's part of this one to have 0 follow-up from its one only season. Because I remember Dan Mills basically, he put on Twitter like, oh, we only did 1 season of Tanya, but he keeps reprising his character in this show. And yet, he kind of forgets the fact that Sakatane Evil also had a movie, which the movie it's still not been dubbed at all. I know Monica Ariel wanted to see it dubbed. I've talked to her about it when I first met her a few years ago. But when will we get dubbed? I don't know. One thing that, like, someone actually put this on Twitter, like, I think it was like last week, I think it was, where someone put this question of, what the heck happened to this movie? What movie is that? That being the movie Hamilton Shadow. Yeah, a movie that was announced 2 years ago next month. It was announced 2 years ago, and then nothing. No promotion, no follow-up, nothing. Which I also got asked this question too, of like, which, yeah, this is an obvious question to ask when it comes to the show. It's like, well, in the case of Shadow, like, when is the movie coming out? That's a good question. Now, of course, basically, we have season 2 for Sakatane rumored for next year. I've seen online that possibly it might come out next year, but I have a little bit of confirmation, but no really big one when it comes to that one. Overlord, when it comes to that one, as far as I can tell, this is the most recent thing though cast is involved with. I mean, there's no new season announced yet. There's been, like, I heard one video says, oh, maybe we get season 5 next year. I've heard no confirmation of season 5 for Overlord at all. Nothing. I mean, the only shows that actually is getting something forward, even after this one wraps up, I know that Konosuba is getting season 4, so is Rise Hero is getting season 5, ReZero is getting season 4. Yeah, those 3 shows are getting continuations, no problem, because the last seasons they released were really good. I mean, I really enjoyed all their seasons. Like, Konosuba had a pretty decent third season, per se. In the case of Rise Hero, that had a really good 4th season. It was amazing. It was kind of the same thing with ReZero with their 3rd season. All 3 of their successive seasons basically have been really good. It's kind of interesting, though, that for this show, prior to the first season ever coming out, Overlord had released just 3 movies already. Konosuba had released 2 seasons of the movie. Sakatane Evil, 1 season of the movie. Let's see, I think it was. Rise Hero, that they were out of season 2. They only released 1 season. Yeah, just 1. And between that season, season 2, and this one, they released 3 seasons. 3. At least that shows done something. Cautious Hero has only done 1 season. And that's it. It's the only one that of all the shows that had 0 follow-up. It's like, why include them if you're not going to do anything with the Cautious Hero show? Good question. But I'm going to land it here, because this video is almost as long as the episode itself, which is 12 minutes. So that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, notifications. Next up we have is One Piece. Okay, next video. Bye.